Worldwide, Moringa is an $8 billion business, and it's projected by 2030 to be an $18 billion business.
Moringa is actually a $9 billion a year industry. What does that mean? That means around the world, over $9 billion is consumed, traded, bought, and sold around the whole world when it comes to Moringa. Moringa is so useful. Every single part of this tree can be used, from the leaves to the cuttings to the seeds and everything in between. Even the roots produce a tuber that is even used for spice.
I'm telling the youth of Ghana that farming is not about hoe and cattle. You can be a farmer and buy any car of your type. You can be a farmer and do whatever you want to do in this life. So don't see agriculture as using of hoe and cattle.
In Ghana, the opportunities are here. You got to think big, though. You know, like I say, if you want to go into agriculture for financial gain, you can't do a plot or 2 plots.
Bill Gates owns more land than all of the entire city of New York. Jeff Bezos' land is double the amount, clocking in at 420,000 acres.
But I was surprised. I thought it'd be different moving here in Ghana. I thought I would see a more brotherhood, sisterhood here among, you know, Africans here. I'm shocked. I think Ghana is going to be one of the top agricultural providers in the world.
Can I ask you a question? Can someone become a millionaire from farming this Moringa you're talking about?
20 times over.
20 times over?
Yeah.
So if I farm Moringa on 20 acres, in the next 5 years, I will become a multi-millionaire.
In dollars.
In dollars.
You see, so if you are youth today and you are listening to me, just go into agriculture. You don't even need much knowledge to go into agriculture, and you can do it. And all of us can do it.
Those days that people see farming as a punishment, but I can tell you, farming is no more punishment.
But when you were a child and your dad and your mom was taking you to farm, you thought it was a punishment.
Oh yeah. That is how I was saying it. I thought my father is punishing me. Sometimes you go and they give you a portion to eat. If you are not able to do it, they will come back and beat you. They will even tell you that they will not give you food because you are not able to complete your task for the day. So at that time, we see it as a punishment.
So I always say that when you study agriculture in school and you are complaining about unemployment, it means you haven't gone to agri college. Or you haven't studied agri.
Say that again.
Yes, I'm telling you.
If you're a diaspora from the UK, US, any of the Caribbean countries, and thinking farming is for poor people, this video is for you. I'm here with an African American man who decided to relocate from the USA after working for the government and retiring back here to Ghana and living here and farming. Now, I spoke to this gentleman about farming, and the numbers that he is telling me, I never expected it. He's farming on 46 acres of land, right? Planting trees like the Moringa tree, also farming snails. So I'm here to have a conversation with him on how actually he got started. Now, I know most of you watching would like to indulge in this kind of business, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned. So without further ado, Calvin Daniels, welcome on the show.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. I remember 2 years ago was when we met.
Yes, sir.
When we met, you had 26 acres.
Yes.
And now you have 46 acres.
46 acres now. Yes.
Now, before we dive into that, people are watching you for the first time. They might not know who you are. Please briefly introduce yourself.
Calvin Daniels. I'm retired Air Force Master Sergeant. I'm retired from the United States federal government. And I lived in other countries, tropical countries as well, Philippines and Panama. So I knew when I was going to retire for good, I was going to move to a tropical country. I went house hunting in Jamaica, and Panama, and I just didn't feel comfortable living there. So, when I did the DNA thing, and my cousin said, well, let's go visit every country I have DNA in. So we had to pick Ghana first. And when I came here in 2019, I felt like I had came home. I felt extremely comfortable. So I said, I'm gonna take the early retirement from the government and move here. And I did that. Initially when I moved here, I was just gonna buy some land, do Airbnb. And then as I started looking around, I realized there's not a lot of money in Airbnb, especially out here. Initially, I just bought 2 acres. And then as my plans started evolving, I said, well, let me get more land. And so I 10, 12, then ended up being 26. And now I have another 20 because Moringa grows like weeds here in Ghana. but the financial benefit of exporting it is huge.
I want you to tell me about that, but before we get into, I mean, you build this. This is a container house,
yeah? Two containers, 2 large containers, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, air conditioned, hot water. And it suits me. People are like, why you build a big old mansion? I said, I live by myself. You know, it's me. So I don't need, and it suits me. You know, I can do whatever I need here. Because if you entertain, in this country, you can entertain outside every day, basically. You know, rainy season, we got gazebo around, on the corner. So, yep.
I see. How long did it take you to fully build this?
I contracted with a young lady, a Ghanaian young lady. She's maybe in the early 20s. She's she built it. It would have took 60 days, but we had to stop for like 30 days for the type of permits and stuff. But
60 days?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty quick.
Because once you get the pylons and bring them out here, you just cut it and fill it. So it's not a hard job. You
Interesting.
know. Yeah.
How much was it?
$33,000. This was 3 years ago.
$33,000.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Interesting. Now, I mean, you said you had to check your DNA and whatnot. Let's talk about living in the U.S. a bit, working for the government. At what point did Africa begin to pop in your mind? I mean, along your journey.
The move actually, and not until I moved here, I visited here in 2009. I came here like 2 months before the year of return started.
Okay.
And that's when Africa was not on my radar to move here. I was thinking about Jamaica, Panama, somewhere like that. And when I came here, I like, wow, everybody looks like me, or I look like everybody, and I said, wow, a lot of people still approach me now and treated me, and I like, whoa, I only speak English, So I know I blend in here, and then it's a different feeling than America. Wherever you go, store, restaurant, everybody looks like me. And that feels good to me. Nothing against any other ethnicity, but it feels good. So, and Ghanaian people are welcoming as well. I haven't had no issues here since I've been here. I think the driving is worse in the world, but that's a whole nother story.
I mean, the fact that you appreciate this thing. What was it like in the USA? I mean,
one thing about that, of course, the monetary system is different. It's very expensive living in America. If you don't have the income, then you will struggle. I was saying I rented a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Cassava when I first got here, and I paid the equivalent of $140 a month. And in the United States, before I sold my home, I moved to an apartment, I was paying almost $3,000 a month. So you see the difference is, so I'm on a fixed income, which I have a decent retirement, paying $3,000 a month versus $140 a month.
So you're trying to say your retirement money goes way further here in Ghana than it is in the USA?
Extremely far here. I mean, this is like, wow. It's mind-boggling. I tell my friends, I need to retire and move here, I mean, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, let's walk around a bit. Yeah, so after retired now, what is motivating you to even embark on a journey? I mean, to farming. I mean, doing a whole different business. Someone would just sit quietly somewhere, just enjoy their cup of tea, and that's it. But what's pushing you to do all these things?
I have fairly good health. I lost about almost 150 pounds since I moved here.
Really?
Yeah. And I said I can't just sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
And then doing this. The legacy, I can help here, help family back in the United States as well, and then I have a few investors as well. But I'm telling you, this is the amount of money in agriculture is. I hate to say I don't preach, but I communicate to Ghanaians is huge.
Talk to me. Let's speak on that. When we say farming, for me, right, growing up in Ghana, when someone say farming, I'm thinking this is for poor people. No, I've been honest.
I know.
Right?
I hear that,
and I know I'm now I've changed, but I know I'm not the only person who thought about that. Most people, even right now watching, might probably be thinking that farming is for poor people. But you said no. And you were speaking to me about even the market cap of growing moringa. Let's dive into it.
Moringa is I hate that cliche superfood, and I challenge people to research it and see. Every Ghanaian, not just everybody. almost everybody should be eating or drinking moringa daily.
Interesting.
Because if you don't eat a well-rounded meal with all the nutrients, then some part of your body gonna suffer. You may have diabetes, hypertension. Moringa has has vitamin A, has more vitamin D than milk, more vitamin C than citrus. It has 18 essential minerals and vitamins. So it's huge. I drink moringa tea at least 3 times a day. And I tell you, for your stomach health, it is huge. But worldwide, moringa is an $8 billion business. And it's projected by 2030 to be an $18 billion business.
Interesting.
And it grows like weeds here. But the reason why Ghanaians don't get into it, because either they don't know or they can't afford to get the certifications. But if one farmer say here, if I got the certification, I can ship worldwide. I have a customer right now who wants 10 tons a month.
10 tons of moringa leaves.
Not counting the seeds. That's a whole nother revenue. And then this moringa oil is a whole nother revenue. I'm just talking about the dry leaf.
Interesting.
So we gonna have at least 40 acres.
So now, how many moringa have you planted so far? And how many?
Right now
acres?
we got probably about 1,000, and then we got the seedlings we're doing. The issue I'm having is I can't get enough seeds.
Why? Why's that?
No one has them here, so I'm importing almost 20,000 seeds from Burkina Faso, and another 20,000 from Mali. I should get them next week.
How long?
What?
Yeah, how long does it take to grow? I mean, moringa.
Let me show here. This here, right here, is I think this is roughly like 12 days from seed.
So this is 12 days.
Yeah, 12 days from seed. It generates so fast, and then soon as it generates, it grows. It needs direct sun, and right here, see that you can see this new leaf. If I clip this, then it'll bush out and it'll do other limbs. So I have some older plants down there, but it grows extremely.
So 12 days?
Yes.
How many days? Same old 12 days?
Same old. I'm just using some nutrients different, because I wanted to see what they do to speed up the growing of these.
Okay. So for it to be maybe on that height, how many?
In about for 3 to 6 months, you can start harvesting the leaves. Not at large scale, but if you got a lot of plants, then you can harvest, more. But we want to top them at where people can pick.
Yeah.
We don't want people to climb in trees. Although we will have some that we're gonna let grow for windbreak, and also the pods. Also, I forgot moringa flower tea.
Okay.
It's also another revenue stream. When I say this is a walking gold mine, if you have the volume, but on 1 acre you can put 1,500 trees. Because you're not harvesting for wood, you're harvesting for leaves. So you don't want the trees to grow big like that. You want to just harvest them to keep them small.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you have how many acres planted, you say?
Right now, we just started a moringa project. We probably got a half an acre. But
half an acre, okay.
We're doing the seeding because right now, it's the dry season. But we got 3 boreholes, and we're gonna get another borehole. And I have a pond that holds 500,000 gallons of water during rainy season.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah. Walk this way.
Okay.
It's dry right now, but
I see a lot of farmers on there.
Yeah, my employees here, they're clear. We're clearing the land because by March the 15th, we're gonna start the snail pen back up. Okay. Also, the rainy season start. All see them. There's moringa seedlings.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
And we have a greenhouse back here, full of moringa seedlings.
I see. Okay.
So we're gonna keep planting and so growing. So all this will be moringa, as far
as the eyes can see. Yeah.
But that's why they're clearing, because during the dry season, the mountain fires, So and down here you'd be looking and starting a fire jump up,
Okay. So that's why you started your own fire to control.
Yeah, to control.
Interesting. Why did you choose just right in front of this mountain though?
When I first got here, I was going to get some land, and when I came here, I said, "Look at this view." When it's clear, to me, I think that's amazing. In the United States, a land by a mountain like this, we talking about $4 or $5 million.
Interesting.
an acre, half an acre.
Close to something like that?
Yeah, yeah. That beautiful, oh my goodness. There would be a resort here or something like that, you know.
Interesting.
And you see we got the pawpaws. They might we call it Hawaiian dwarf pawpaws.
Hawaiian dwarf pawpaw.
Yeah, they will get maybe 8 feet and they start fruiting. And then you can see the moringa. So, and you can actually plant them close together and just harvest them as leaves. So we're going to do different variations of moringa planting.
Okay. Okay, and that's the water you were talking about? Is that
No,
the tank?
no, that's the borehole. That's the poly tank. There's a pond there.
Oh, you have a pond?
Yeah, that's 90 feet square and 19 feet deep. And it'll hold, it will hold up to 500 gallons of water, 360,000 liters. Yeah, so it's huge. I mean, if it's rainy season, I mean, because we dug there's a trench along my property here.
Yeah.
Because when the water hit that, it fills up and then it drains all the way to the pond. And then two full rains, we got rain, you know, water. And also I'm gonna buy some more large poly tanks because put them out there, fill them up for water storage as well.
I see. I see. Now I see you are developing real quick. I think first time I saw the videos of the property online, you had just this container right here. Now you have that's the employee building?
Yeah, that's the employee home. And, it has 2 large bedrooms. They have bunk beds and women, men's side. The kitchen is in the middle. And they have air conditioning and hot water. And they get 3 meals a day.
I see.
So,
and you have a cook in there?
Yeah, 2 cooks. You know, a lot of work, you know, to feeding, 18, 19 people.
I see.
I don't eat with them because they eat. I don't do a lot of carbs. I do my own cooking.
You were telling me behind cameras that Ghanaians eat a lot of sugar.
Everything, y'all eat sugar 3 times, 4 times a day. I mean, and
Let's talk about it. I mean, yeah.
Y'all eat the banku fufu and the rice, the white bread. And what else? What else with carbohydrates? The chocolate sauce on the breakfast, it's all carbohydrates. And like I was just telling you, Ghana has a diabetic epidemic here. I mean, and then the young guys, hypertension is high here because the salt and the sugar y'all eat.
Yeah.
The young men are having old man diseases here. You shouldn't be worried about strokes until you get later. But
why do you think that is? Why do you think
what y'all eat? And y'all haven't been educated. I'm not far as dieting. You eat too much of a good thing, it becomes bad.
Interesting.
Because I can't hardly tell a Ghanaian, don't eat banku fufu. Oh, my mom ate it, my grandparents. They look at me like I'm crazy. But they need to know why.
Interesting.
This is our okra. We got.
Oh, you also have okra?
Yeah, that's okra. 5 acres of okra.
5 acres of okra.
And that's a fast crop. In 6, 7 weeks, we can start harvesting.
Okay, 6, 7 weeks, it will be ready.
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of market did you target?
This is just local.
Local. Okay. So you sell it to the local?
Oh yeah, because at the time when we be harvesting, one of us have okra till the rainy season. So we be hitting that sweet spot where everybody want to buy this okra.
I see.
okra, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay.
And we have peppers over there also.
Pepper? How many?
We got like 3 acres of habaneros, and we got ghost peppers also. Which remind me to give you some hot sauce before you leave.
Okay.
I make my own mango pineapple hot sauce. Be careful.
Pineapple hot sauce.
Mango pineapple hot sauce.
Interesting.
Ghost peppers, really good.
Interesting. Okay.
And we got roughly 2 acres of cassava.
2 acres of cassava.
Which when we harvest them, we are going to. We already got a buyer.
Okay.
So this cassava, once we harvest that, we're going to plant it on the other side of the farm. Because all this will be moringa.
Interesting.
You see, we're doing our controlled burns. Which controlled burns is good versus plowing. Because it's adding nutrients. Plowing, you shaking up the infrastructure, I'm not wrong, of the land where the nutrients are buried and they die. So this here with Moringa, you don't have to you don't have to plow.
I see. I see. You have a lot of team. How many employees do you have?
Total, it's 12 permanent and 7 day workers. The local people who come to work every morning and go home in the evening.
I see. Whilst we are on our way to the tank, I mean, let's talk about some other African Americans and even diasporans in general. A lot of people are thinking of investment, right? Most of them are not, but the few who are thinking of investment think they need a crazy amount of money before they can just invest in Ghana, because sometimes they are thinking about real estate, trying to build like a 200,000 property.
Of course, it would take more money than that. Agriculture, once you acquire the land, it depends on the produce that you want to grow.
Yeah.
And if it's, it could be, if you need a lot of fertilizer, chemicals, then the cost goes up. Now, we decided to go straight organic. So the only thing we're going to be using is neem, and that's basically it.
Neem?
Yeah, neem oil for kill any insects.
Okay.
Because Moringa is pretty efficient where a lot of bugs don't attack it.
I see.
So and then we use cow, chicken manure, goat manure for fertilizer, because its chemicals are killing us.
So you don't need so much money to start.
No, you don't. I mean, once you acquire land, because you got to pay employees. Until you get income, you gotta pay. So, but all this Moringa, and then this pond, I wish it had water in it. You'd be amazed. And the water runs through here, underneath this bridge, and it fills up that pond.
I see.
It was so bad at one rainy season, we thought we gonna have to. We did an overflow, but we thought we gonna have to extend it. That's how much water it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's man-made, right? You made it.
Yeah. I paid a local guy to come do it. See that little hole there?
Yeah.
That's the overflow.
So it's an outlet.
Outlet. Yeah. That's how.
46 acres is huge, man.
Yeah. But at the volume I have, right now, the demand for Moringa, no one in Africa can fill it. No one.
Interesting.
And reason why, because education. I belong to a couple of Moringa groups that are trying to educate not just Ghanaian, African people. Grow Moringa. For malnourished kids. People don't realize you can eat every day and be malnourished. Because if you're not getting the right nutrients, your body starves. See that?
I see. That's pretty deep.
Yeah. And it fills up. It fills up so far, it backs up where, that's why we plan on tarping it as well, because the water will stay longer.
What do you mean tarping?
Putting a tarp, plastic, rubber.
Over
The layer.
Oh, under it.
So
right it doesn't go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's talk about the acquisition of the land. Was it easy trying to get the 46 acres?
No, initially, I talked to a realtor. His name was Justice, and he showed me the 2 acres, and then and I came here. I said, well, my thing. I said, if I buy it, do an Airbnb in front of the property or something, and somebody come here and put a pig farm behind me, then I got a problem. So I said, I need to do a buffer. So I asked him, how much land can I buy? How much can you afford? So that's why I did this. You see, I walled it off because,
So you've walled the whole 40 acres?
No, just the perimeter, and then we got a fence, and then a fence on the other side because the cows. A lot of these local farmers, what are they, Hassan? I forgot the people that do the cows. They do the cow. Yeah, they will walk and you growing stuff and let the cows eat your stuff. But you can see that if you look on the ground and you're walking, you don't see a lot of plastic on the ground, right?
Plastic bags, yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that here. Like stuff that you see we pick up. We have to do a weekly cleanup. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty deep.
Yeah. And it fills up. The water will overflow to that spot there.
Has it ever overflown there before?
Has what?
Has it ever reached that part before?
Yes, that's why we had to put it in. Because the water was so full, it was backing up where the water from the mountain was spilling over into the land.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is a very beautiful location.
Yep.
I see.
Then we're doing also doing some cantaloupe melons, watermelons over there, selling to the grocery store, Malcolm and ShopRite. The price they lowball you. So
Yeah.
so from the Chinese, if we grow this particular melon they like, they will buy 100% of them.
Okay. So you're planting based on the specifications. they
Yeah,
give
yeah,
you.
yeah. And I'm getting away from the agricultural product like milk and stuff like that. That's why I say, when we do this Moringa, I have no employees. We can start picking. We can clearing. It's constant. You know, everybody will still be gainfully employed. You know, and
What is that?
that poly tank.
No.
That's where we had a greenhouse here.
You had a greenhouse?
But
Okay.
during the rainy season, we have hurricane force winds. It ripped it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh my goodness. When the wind's here, it's horrible, you know.
Interesting. Is it because of the mountain?
Yeah, because of the mountain. I guess when it comes up, coming from this way, that way, and over, and it creates a vortex, and it's just like a hurricane or tornado. Instead of tree there, that's Moringa, and I planted them a year and a half ago. Look how big it is.
That tall tree?
Yeah, yes.
Interesting.
When I say the fastest growing tree in the world, Moringa. Yep.
Interesting. What lessons have you learned so far in these 4 years embarking on this journey?
In Ghana, the opportunities are here. You got to think big, though. You know, like I say, if you want to go into agriculture for financial gain, you can't do a plot or two plot. You know, and I found it really hurts my heart as well. Ghanaians don't work together.
What do you mean by that?
Like in America, African Americans, we don't work together at all. You can't borrow 50 cents from somebody to buy a candy bar. Here, y'all, this tribalism, as y'all call it, is worse. If he's Akon or he's God, y'all don't work together. It's like y'all, only thing it means is that your grandparents were born here, his grandparents were born there. Y'all the same people. Y'all would not work together. When I went to the snail festival, and I was telling them, why don't y'all work together? We're gonna go home and do a little snail farm. That's not gonna make no money. But I said, why don't y'all partnership with 10 people, get a contract where you have a huge, you know, the more you grow, the more you can make more. But I was surprised. I thought it'd be different moving here in Ghana. I thought I would see a more brotherhood, sisterhood here among, Africans here. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know, I mean, y'all not outwardly vocal like we are, but y'all got that inner. It ain't no different, you know. Yeah, I can't explain why, you know. Y'all don't work together.
Interesting.
That's my experience, and I have a lot of Ghanaian friends. They come here and visit me, you know. Guys my age, younger than they say they can't understand it either, you know.
Interesting.
Everybody wants the quick money here, you know. We're same in America, but that's it. Slow and steady, then you can line your pockets with gold, you know. So,
where do you think the farming industry is going in the next 10 years? You keep asking.
I think Ghana is going to be one of the top agricultural providers in the world.
Really?
Because knowledge is everything. Like right now, if I'm sharing with you and him, if you got any family lands, I need to grow something. Now, when I do this Moringa, and everybody see what we do with it, what you think the other people are going to start doing?
They'll start doing it. Interesting.
Quit thinking of Ghana. Let me reword that. Quit thinking just selling for Ghana. You can sell to the world. You know. And just think if you had a large enough farm where you can feed Ghana, and yet you have access to sell to the world. Because my goal initially, I want to build an agriculture school here, with not just agriculture, but they learn math, science, computer every desk, and then I want to build a hospital here, like a 50-bed new mother hospital, because Ghana babies are dying at an alarming rate here.
Why?
A lot of the mothers don't get prenatal care until they don't get any medical care until they they go in the hospital to have babies. Babies need extra nutrients. That's why the Ghanaian babies are underweight or premature because the mothers are not eating the right foods. They eat up the sugar. So the baby needs more than that food. They need fruits and vegetables, nuts, and extra vitamins, you know. So babies are dying at an alarming rate.
Interesting. What do you wish you knew before coming to Ghana?
I wish I knew about Moringa. If I knew about Moringa before coming here, I would be producing tons a month of Moringa. Yeah, because at that point, I'm just thinking the point, for me, my income is okay for the rest of my life. But what I'm doing now, I can help other people, you know. You know, we can build a legacy for our families, and you know, my employees can live well, they can afford to take vacations, you know. I have employees never been to a dentist before.
Dentist?
Yeah. Never had the eye check, you know, like black people, we have common diseases. Like I have glaucoma. If it's untreated, you can go blind. I took drops in my eye. Ghanaians have glaucoma. They're going blind in their 50s and 60s because either they don't know or they can't afford the medication.
Interesting. Have you tried convincing some of your friends and families to come to Ghana? How did they respond to it?
I have like 5 investors that are moving here. Yeah, and then I have friends. I have my cousin. She's moving here. So people are interested, you know. But I keep telling them, don't look and see what I'm doing and think it's easy. No, we have some failures. I'm not gonna lie and say we haven't. You know, like we did cabbage the first year or 2, and they did well. Then that second season, the second year, oh, the cabbage worms like took over.
Worms?
No, the cabbage worms, you know, and we would have to throw so much chemicals at it, it wouldn't be edible. Basically, so I said we can't do cabbage here.
I see.
You see, that's why we got to burn all this, because I said we got to do controlled burns because if it catches on fire, it'll melt the hoses, the electrical lines. So,
I see. Interesting. What lessons have you learned that you're willing to share with people who are about to embark on the same journey as you are?
Plan. And if you come here for agriculture, you got to have enough income to sustain you until you do a couple of failures until you can get income. If not, you close shop and go home.
Can you speak to me about numbers, minimums?
And again, it depends on the size of the land and what you want to do. Like here, at this level, you need a couple $100,000. You know, land, you know, infrastructure, and it's still ongoing. Right now, income is not coming in, but we're still sustaining. So,
I see.
But teamwork. Like I was telling my Ghanaian friend, I said, even my workers, I said, you may not have 100,000 CDs, but can you find 10 Ghanaians or families with 10,000 CDs? Don't try to do it all yourself. Yep. So they all working and clearing. Because in March, you're going to see Moringa.
Everywhere.
Thousands of Moringa trees. Again, you come here in August, you won't recognize this property.
Can I ask you a question? Can someone become a millionaire from farming this Moringa you're talking about?
20 times over.
20 times over?
Yeah.
So if I farm Moringa on 20 acres, in the next 5 years, I will become a multi-millionaire.
In dollars.
In dollars.
In dollars.
Interesting.
Moringa right now, I say is an $8 billion business, right? What if, just a small percentage of that, if I get 50 million a year?
50 billion?
Million a year.
Yeah.
$50 million income.
Ooh. From farming?
Yeah. I'd send you some data on Moringa that you would like, what? You won't believe it. And it was all raw land. I had to get the road. I had to do electrical pole. You know, so.
So you've done a bit of investment, you know, looking around. will you say the journey, I mean 4 years into it, it's been all worth it for you?
It has been worth it. I know more now than I did then. If I knew what I knew now, then I would be at $50 million. But when I say Moringa, oh my goodness, it's huge, huge. Right now, India is the biggest exporter of Moringa, but yet they can't fulfill the world requirement.
Interesting.
Like Ghana, they should be exporting cassava to Nigeria. It's small. Nigeria is the biggest grower and consumer of cassava in the world.
Interesting.
They export minimum, none, which means
It's not enough.
they don't have enough. Why isn't Ghana exporting cassava?
I see.
And the money in cassava is in the byproducts, the animal feed, the chips, you know, fuel. So our phase 3 or 4, we want to get, I won't say 1,000 acres, as many acres as we can, with a cassava plant to process it. That's down the line once this is productive.
Interesting. What do you see this business, your business, in the next 5 years?
We're going to be known worldwide. No doubt.
Interesting.
Where I know people are going to mirror what we're doing, but I think we'll be so far ahead that. And you see all the products from Moringa?
Yeah.
Moringa oil. You can use it on your skin. You can eat it. You can put moringa oil on your salads.
Interesting.
I mix it with shea butter for my beard, you know.
I see. Let's speak about military a bit. How was it when you were working in the military?
Oh, I loved it. I spent 16 years, 10 months. I took an early retirement from the military. But I retired, and as soon as you retire, you immediately get your retirement check. Then I went to work for the federal government, and I worked there, and I retired from that. So when you retire, you get a retirement.
What were you doing with the government?
I was doing project manager, logistics.
Okay.
Supply logistics, which you can go anywhere in the world and work.
Let's see. How was your upbringing in the USA like? Did you grow up with your parents?
Yeah, I have. I'm the youngest of 7 children. I have a twin sister, and she was murdered.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, at the age of 30, and I adopted her 2 boys. They're grown now, of course, but and I have one other sister deceased, but I have 2 living sisters and 2 living brothers in Ohio.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Are they planning on coming, joining you here?
Well, one nephew, he's planning a year or so, but and I have a great nephew who said he's gonna move here as well. So
incredible. I've had so many people comment down under my YouTube videos that they don't see themselves in Africa because it's not a great investment opportunity for them, and they would rather invest somewhere else.
See, that's because of racism.
Racism.
When I was a kid growing up, only time I seen Africa was when they showed these films of Africans, it was like Ethiopia with kids with flies in their mouth. People still think Africans is not evolved. And I said, they got multi-million-dollar subdivision in Osu, East Legon.
Yeah.
People don't realize that, you know. They still think Africans are living in huts. So when they look at Africa as an investment, they say that, and I said, no, you're not thinking right, because this is the last world frontier in this continent. But if you come here, don't come here and abuse the people, though. Yeah.
What do you mean by don't come and abuse them?
I'm not going to. Certain demographics moving here, they treat the Ghanaians like legal slaves. You know it. You see it. You know. I'm not saying all of them do. But how can you pay somebody at a restaurant 300 CDs a month?
That's like how much in
legal
dollars?
Slavery. What is that? $20? That's not even $20. Like $15 a month. You know, I work. You make $60 an hour. They make $15 a month. You know, somebody keep telling me that they got minimum wage here in Ghana. Where? They don't. It's not enforced. I don't understand it. You know. I want to show you. I'll cut the moringa up back here.
Okay, thank you. That's a pergola. It looks very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So not only that you are holding the, how do you call this?
Moringa.
Yeah.
Seedlings.
The seedlings, but you can actually sit under them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were using that for when they eat. We have a picnic or whatever, or employee lunch, whatever. So all this is going to be filled up.
I see. This is like a greenhouse?
Yeah, it is a greenhouse, you know, but we use it to dehydrate seeds and also to grow moringa. These things, they grow so fast, you know. Yeah.
Interesting. That's beautiful. You've been working?
Yeah, we got bananas. All this back here is going to be moringa as well, in between bananas.
Oh, wow. So your land goes all the way?
No, there's a buffer zone. My land ends right where it's cleared.
Okay.
So, but we're going to plant moringa there too. Won't hurt anything, hell, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that diasporans coming or African Americans coming to Ghana shouldn't do when they get here?
Move to Accra, because then if you move to Accra, you're gonna pay American prices for rent and everything else. So they get disillusioned. Wow, Ghana is not Ghana. They say Ghana is expensive. Accra is expensive. So you move to Accra, you can pay American prices. So they won't get the benefits I have, you know. As far as I lived in Cassava, $140 a month. You may pay $2,000 a month in Accra.
So they should move from Accra?
Yes.
Oh,
you know, check it out. Move close enough where you can visit and check it. Because I go eat dinner there and stuff like that. But no, you can't live in Accra and realize on a retirement income. I probably could, but I'm just saying you shouldn't. Get disillusioned, you know. And then like I don't have a generator, but I will get one. Because, you know, have the lights out, you know. But well, I mean, I lived in other countries, so I'm, you know, I was in the military, so I'm used to it, you know.
Interesting. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, we capture the water from the air conditioning, use that, recycle that.
Okay.
We have people that come once a week, empty the trash, the garbage. We don't burn plastic. The only thing we burn is grass and wood. We don't burn plastic, you know.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I would like to speak to some of your workers, you know. If if you have any final message, I mean, before we sign off.
Well, my message to Ghanaians, if y'all have, a lot of y'all have family lands, have them look at agriculture. Just don't let it stay there and just grow weeds. Because if you just plant cassava, you can come back and just harvest. You ain't got to babysit it. You ain't need workers until you harvest. And you can get buyers at that point. Don't, you know, agriculture is huge. I'm going to go back to the high school and speak with them again. Because I just think this is a huge opportunity for Ghanaians who can, instead of making 1,000 CDs a month, they can make 50,000 CDs a month. Wouldn't that change Ghanaians' lives? That y'all don't think big enough, you know?
You think you've been programmed to think the opposite?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Guys, I'm really enjoying this conversation, and as you guys saw in my previous episode, I interviewed a Ghanaian farmer who is planting cassava on 40 acres of land. So it's changing a bit, but you know, it takes time. You know, so I mean, look, if you want us to do more episodes like this, comment down below, and I'll make sure I bring you more episodes of farming, you know, entrepreneurs, you know, diving into farming. Now, you do have one of your...
this is Smart Agbo. He's the farm manager here, so I'll let you...
I do have one of his employees here. And what's your name?
My name is Smart Agbo, the manager for the company.
I see. So you're the manager?
Yes, I'm in charge of the crop production over here.
Interesting. Tell me a bit more about yourself.
Yeah, as I said, my name is Smart Agbo. Graduated from University of Education, Winneba. Go ahead and do diploma in agriculture at the Damango Agriculture College. So I'm fully into agric and I'm here this time around. Interesting.
Now, let me ask you, right? Before going into agriculture, you know a Ghanaian, right?
Yes, I'm
Imagine you telling your friends and family that I'm going to do agriculture.
Yeah, bro, it wasn't easy at all, because when we all completed secondary schools and I moved on to Damango Agriculture College, it's like everybody was laughing at me. they were saying that upon all the school that you went, you ended up in agri college. Until I started bringing the result, they got to know that no, agric is very important, and some of them are even approaching me that their children should go and offer agriculture college, agric in the schools. So yeah, from the beginning it wasn't easy, but now everybody get to know the importance of agriculture.
Interesting.
That's how it happened.
What did you see that all these folks didn't see? What were you seeing in agriculture?
Yeah, during our days when we were young, we followed our parents to school, and the production was very low. They were
to farm? You followed them to farm?
Yeah. My farmer, both my parents are farmers.
Okay.
So we follow them to farm. They can do an acre of maize farm, and they get 2-3 bags out of it, which is very,
so they were not making money?
They're not making any money. And so growing up, I even developed interest for agric. So any agric courses, you can see that I excel as compared to
the
other courses. So I take that thing as a I don't know how to put it, but to leverage on that.
But even though your parents were not making money, you still went ahead to do farming.
Yeah, I still went ahead to do farming. But when my first year at the college has changed the narrative. When I complete, my level 100 by level 200, they started seeing the difference, because what I'm learning in the school, I practice it with them first before I can take it out. So the change began from my parents when they started making about 10 to 12 bags of maize from 1 acre farm. So that is where people then, from my parents, they moved to my uncles. What are they doing different that they were getting this yield? And I was telling them that it's not about having 1,000 acres of farm that will make you rich in farming.
Really?
No. Yeah, it's not about the number of acres that you have. It's about how you can maintain it, how you can follow the principles of agriculture, and you can get what you want. So that is how the whole thing started. Yeah.
Impressive. How old are you now?
I'm 26.
26 years old.
Yes.
What lessons have you learned along the journey? I mean, going to school, finishing, and now working. What lessons have you learned?
Yeah, it wasn't easy for me, but with determination you can get there, and you should know what you want and what you are going for. So at the college level it wasn't easy, at the university level it wasn't easy, but God being so good, I completed last year, January. And I completed school within 3 or 4 days. I got the job.
Amazing.
So I have no So I always say that when you study agriculture in school and you are complaining about unemployment, it means you haven't gone to agri college. You haven't studied agri.
Say that again.
Yes, I'm telling you. If you did agric at the university or college and you are still complaining about unemployment, to me it means you haven't gone to the school.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Ghana as large is an agri country, and 70% of people are into farming. So you can't go and advance yourself in agriculture and complain about unemployment. I see it to be outrageous. When people say that, I say no, you don't know.
So why did you go to school?
Yeah. You don't. If you know and you go to school and you have the practical knowledge, you yourself, you advertise yourself, you sell yourself to the people, and they will buy into your idea.
Send a message to the youth that thinks farming is actually for poor people.
Yes, I'm telling the youth of Ghana that farming is not about hoe and cattle. You can be a farmer and buy any car of your type. You can be a farmer and do whatever you want to do in this life. So don't see agriculture as using of hoe and cattle. We have not moved. You see, in agric, we have agriculture value chain. People think that people who are into the production are the only agricarian. No, that is not true. The farmer is agriculturist. The transporter, the one who drives the one who drives the agricultural products to the market is an agriculturist, person. The person who sells fruit at the roadside, that person too is agricultural person. You see, so it's not about the one who...
So even the market that sells the fruits...
They are all into the agriculture value chain. You see, so if you are youth today and you are listening to me, just go into agriculture. You don't even need much knowledge to go into agriculture, and you can do it. And all of us can do it. Thank you.
Now, one more question. How is it managing other, colleagues and employees?
Management comes with its own challenges. You see, as you are here, it's the same as the other corporate world. You see, if you are also a manager at a company, the same principle apply over there, apply here as well. You see, and managing the people, you need to be very, you have to stick to the plan that you have. You need to be tolerant. You need to listen to the people. You see, so you need to listen more. Don't talk more, because if you talk more, they may think that you are boss over them. So they are working. I'm not doing so, but I'm with them, supervising what they are doing. Involve yourself as a leader or as a manager. Then they can resonate with you, whatever you want to do, and they will support you to do it. Though it's a challenge. Leadership is a challenge, but if you know how to balance it, you can excel very, very quick.
I like that.
I like that.
You are quite young, 26 years old, and you know a lot about farming.
Yeah,
it's quite impressive. Let's speak about your journey a bit, you know, and why you've been working with him. How has it been for you?
Oh, okay. As you know, some of us, we are born in a village, especially in a Volta region.
Okay.
A place called Afipa, maybe you might hear, it's on the Accra to Aflawu road straight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the road. That is why I was born. So both my parents, they are farmers. So we learn from them. We follow them to farm as we are kids. Yeah. So we pick most of the farming practice from them. Yeah, but because they were not educated, they don't know what they are doing. We just follow them and do what they were doing. Yes. So that is how we learn from them. By growing up, I realized that I have passion for agriculture. So when I completed secondary school, I moved on to Agri College. That is Damango Agriculture College, where I pursue a diploma course over there in agriculture. Then from there, after national service, I moved to the University of Education, Winneba, to continue reading the agriculture. But at the Winneba, I did agric in education, so that I'll be a teacher.
You'll be a teacher, okay.
Teaching at the agriculture secondary schools as a agric teacher or any other subject area that I can teach. So that is how I started.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, how's it been working with him? I mean, he's an African man. He's a quote unquote a foreigner, and he's working with you, you know. And you are the manager.
Yes, I'm the manager. Working with Mr. Kevin is very interesting one. He's very kind-hearted. He's someone who treated everybody equally. Both the manager and employees, we are all on the same paradigm sheet. He's a man that I can say that he's doing well. He have a lot of visions and goals for this company and the people around. So working with him is a privilege for me to meet such a kind person to work with.
That's so nice. I see. Let's walk around a bit and tell me more.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the okra is on how many acres right now?
Yes, currently we are having the okra on the 5 acres land.
I see.
And we are having about 10,000 pieces of plant already on this.
10,000 pieces of plant?
Yeah, it's 10,000, yes.
Of okra?
Of okra that we planted over here.
Interesting.
As you can see around, it's 10,000.
I see.
Yes, it's 10,000 that we have currently.
And with the 10,000, how many okras can they come out of?
Yes,
per each plant?
Yeah, per each plant can give you about 10 to 15 pod.
Okay.
Yeah, each plant can give you 10 to 15 pod.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after this okra is harvested, what is the next?
The next agenda on the line here is for Moringa. Because we want to process Moringa and make a Moringa tea. So we have the nursery over there. My boss has ordered about 4K Moringa seed that are bringing in. So as soon as we are done with the pepper, all this place is going to be flooded with Moringa tree.
Interesting.
Yes, we want to go into Moringa production because we want to benefit from the new global market coming on. That is carbon market.
Carbon market.
Yes.
What is carbon? Tell me about carbon market.
Yeah, carbon market is though it's in other words it is there, but it is not common in Africa. It's where you go into tree planting because the tree produce carbon, which is good for our health. So any farmer who will go into planting tree planting, it will benefit. They will pay you for planting a tree.
Really?
Yes, they will pay you for planting a tree. if you follow the right regulations, they will pay you for that. So it's a emerging market coming up, and we want to tap into it as the first people to go into that. So currently, as I'm talking to you, as soon as we are done with the okra,
Which is just in what, 3 months?
Yeah, in 3 months. Somewhere March we start harvesting. By March 15 thereabout we are done. Then the whole place will be flooded with moringa.
I see.
Yeah,
Let's send a message to even foreigners, diasporans who are interested in investing into farming and probably are scared. They are worried of meeting the right people or the wrong people to work with. So they don't want to invest at all, right?
Yeah,
and
true,
other
it's
people,
true.
even foreigners, thinking that they need much money before they can start farming.
Yeah,
Let's send a message to them.
My message for the diaspora and the Ghanaians as well is that farming is a business now. It's not usual. Farming is a business. So whoever is listening to me and you want to go into farming, you can contact us and we'll tell you the direction. Because I run a consultancy. That is Assurance Agribusiness Consultancy.
Okay.
You can link me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I am there. So that the right people will put the right measures in place and your investment will not go waste at all. Yes, you can't invest in agriculture today and waste your investment. No. That is primitive. Yeah, back in the days where people invest in agriculture and they lose. But nowadays, no. Whatever you do, whatever agriculture produce that you go into, you'll be able to make your money.
Give me 5 products or produce crops that people starting farming right now should go into.
Yeah, the first crop is habanero pepper because a kilo of habanero pepper is going for 70 cedis now as I'm talking. And in 1 acre, you can get like 1.5 tons.
1.5 tons?
Yes, from 1 acre of habanero.
Interesting.
Yes, 1.5 tons. That is 1,500 kg. So multiply 70 cedis by 1,500.
Wow.
It's very, very good. I always tell people that if you want to go into farming, just go into habanero production.
Interesting.
Just go into habanero production. If the location is good, you make your return very quick. Because in 2 months' time, you start harvesting.
Just 2 months?
Yeah, in 2 months' time.
So that means you can harvest how many times?
Yeah,
5 times in a year?
You can even harvest more than 5 times in a year. Habanero pepper can even last for 6 years. The plant,
really?
Yes.
So you keep reproducing and
reproducing,
reproducing.
Yes. You just reinforce it and it will produce for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it can be at the farm for 3 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So imagine me having 50 acres of habanero pepper.
Hey, then we are billionaire. No, even if we are farmer, those few farmers that do habanero pepper, we see them to be a millionaire.
Really?
Yes. Because it's not common like that. So the few people who know about it, they make money out of habanero.
Interesting. What would be the second crop?
Yeah, the second crop that you do is cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe?
Yes, because many people don't know it. So I will advise you when you are going past by any mall, ask them if they have cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, okay.
And you see the price. 1 cantaloupe is selling for 169 cedis in Ghana.
One?
Yes.
One like ball?
Just one ball. That one ball is like a 1 kg to 2 kg. Yeah, it's going for 169 cedis.
And if I'm investing into even an acre?
Yeah, if you're investing in an acre, you not spend much because the seed is 1,000 for almost 10,000 seeds. With
one seed, how many will I get from?
Yeah, you get 5 to 6 fruit from one seed.
One seed?
Yeah, of cantaloupe.
From this day, don't let anybody tell you that farming is for poor people. Yeah?
Yes, it's true. It's those days that we say farming is for pauper. But look at my boss, for instance. He's not a poor person. He's not.
Yes.
Yes. He have all what it takes. But he's in farming. The president of Ghana is into farming.
Yes.
Most of the members of parliament that they are seeing, most of them have farms. In one way or the other.
That's where the money is.
Yes. Look at John Dumelo.
John Dumelo, yes.
Do you know him? Yeah, he's a farmer.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, he's a farmer. So it's like it's those days that people see farming as a punishment. But I can tell you, farming is no more punishment.
But when you were a child and your dad and your mom was taking you to farm, you thought it was a punishment.
Oh yeah. That is how I was saying it. I thought my father is punishing me. Sometimes you go and they give you a portion to eat. If you are not able to do it, they will come back and beat you. They will even tell you that they will not give you food because you are not able to complete your task for the day. So at that time, we see it as a punishment.
But now it's a business.
No, family. No, my father now even know. My father just left me yesterday. Okay. Not even today, this morning. Yeah, you know, no, farming is not a business. It's a
Interesting.
high-time business that everybody can venture into. And I'll be advising the youth all the time that if you don't have anything to do, please just involve yourself in farming. Just go and plant maize.
Maize?
Yeah, go and plant it and leave.
How much would I get from one bag of maize?
Yeah, for 1 acre of maize, you can get now.
Yeah.
You can get 15 to 25 bags of maize from 1 acre.
1 acre.
Yeah, from 1 acre.
25
25,
bags.
15 to 25 bags.
And how much is one bag?
Now 1 bag is going for almost 3,000.
3,000
Yeah,
cedis.
yeah, 3,000 cedis.
Interesting.
Yeah. Even a teacher of mine just resigned last few weeks, and he's going into farming. He resigned
Really?
from teaching.
He's wasting his time.
Yeah, he said he's wasting his time. He teach for almost 15 years, but his life is still the same. But when he
Interesting.
started
Farming.
going into farming, he can see the evidence, and he resigned totally. So he now moved to Cassava area to start his new farm. He resigned.
Interesting.
He resigned.
Interesting.
Yes, he resigned.
What would be the third crop?
Yeah, the third crop is maize.
Maize.
Yes, maize in the sense that
Mm-hmm.
you don't need much attention as compared to habanero.
Habanero. Okay.
You see?
Okay. Explain that.
Yes, because when you want to go into maize farming, as soon as you acquire your land,
Yeah.
you plow. Then you
Okay.
go and plant. Get your improved seed. Plant. When the plant is 14 days, go and give your fertilizer, the NPK. When it's 21 days, you give another one. When it is at tassel level, you give urea. You sit in the house and you start chopping your maize.
What is the turnaround every year? How many times can I plant maize?
But in Ghana, specifically the southern Ghana, is 2 major seasons. We have the major season and then the minor season.
Okay.
So we'll be going to the major season somewhere April.
Okay.
So you see that the April, most people started planting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the major season.
Major season.
Yeah, in the minor season, that's where September up to Christmas.
I
That's
see.
where prior to Christmas, you see people harvesting maize. Yeah, so you can
I see.
use the same place for both seasons for the maize.
I like that. And the fourth crop?
Yeah, the fourth crop is cassava.
Cassava.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, now you can go into cassava farm and rake it. That is why most of our big people are having about 50 acres of cassava. Do you know the reason why?
No.
Because it's very simple.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. Cassava don't need attention.
Interesting.
Yes, after getting your land.
Just plow your land.
Plow your
cut
land.
the cassava,
cut
put
the
it in the
stick,
ground.
follow the some measures and plant it, put it in the ground and go. And you control the weeds 3 times. You can decide to control the weeds once. The second one, you can use any herbicide to spray and you are gone.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't need, for cassava, it doesn't need
And
much
what is the
attention.
revenue per
Yeah,
acre?
now the revenue per acre, because we have a lot of this one district, one factory companies around that are buying
From you?
they are buying not from me alone,
Okay.
from most side of the country.
I see.
So now cassava, it was not like before that you have a cassava and you don't see a market for it. This one, the market is already there. As soon as it's growing, we are going to uproot
Interesting.
everything and sell. So now a cubic of cassava is going for 1,500. Do you know what the cubic mean? You see that 3 times motokia, the one that they call
Yeah,
motokia.
yeah, that's
the
a
small
cubic.
Yeah, it's a cubic.
3,500
Yeah,
cedis.
yeah, it's 1,500.
And how much will you get from 1 acre?
Oh, 1 acre you can get like 10 to 15.
Cubic.
Yeah, cubic from it.
And this is just 1 year.
Yeah,
of
that is
farming
1
acre.
year. Yeah, of farming 1 acre. So cassava take 9 months to complete its cycle.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow, guys,
Yeah.
it makes the math.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
really,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm really
sure.
doing this to help you all, so you see the opportunity down here in Africa. It's not only real estate. Coming here and investing into Accra buildings and all those things. This is where the money is. He's telling you all the politicians in this country are doing farming, and they are doing it for a reason. So please pay attention. What would be the 5th crop?
The
fifth and final.
The 5th crop that you can do currently now and at least get something out of it is beans.
Beans.
Yeah, we call it cowpea.
Cowpea beans.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because beans, the normal beans that they use for beans.
The one in the shell, right?
Yeah, gobe.
Gobe.
The one,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
gobe.
yeah.
Yeah, you can go into that one because that one too is just a 3 month.
3-month cycle.
Yeah,
So you
3
can
month
do how many?
cycle.
4 or 5 times in a year.
Yeah, 4 or 5 if you have the irrigation. Because here, the reason why you are seeing this thing here is because we are doing irrigation.
Because you have water here.
We have water. You see,
So
this
you're
is
not limited by the season.
No. We farm all year round. So whatever you are seeing here, we fed it through irrigation. So we have the irrigation lines and everything around the farm.
I see it.
Yeah. You see irrigation.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
irrigation, yeah.
You guys are doing farming on a very high level.
Yeah. That is right. We want to even go more than this.
Interesting.
Yeah, we want to go more by this.
If you have any final message for the people watching, what would that message be?
Yes, I just want to tell people that farming is now a business. Farming is not like I have nothing to do, so let me go and do something. No, people are wrecking a huge revenue from farming today. Even when you go to the villages, they will tell you.
Really?
Yes, villages. People who never built, they are now building a block house. Yes. Yeah, farmer. So don't see agriculture as a punishment. Don't see agriculture as using hoe and cattle, but it's now a whole business on its own, and you can make money out of it. Thank you. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you too.
I hope this video changed your mind when it comes to farming. You heard him right, that if I'm able to plant moringa on the 20-30 acres land in the next 5 to 10 years, I will be multi-millionaire. And this is someone who is on ground and actually doing it. So I hope you take this advice very seriously and you book your flight ticket, embark on a journey to Africa and indulge yourself in farming. So yes, I hope you liked this episode, and if you did, like, share and subscribe and come back for more.